Daily Electrics
with Dan McCollister.
Just smoking in front of this baby. Now, before you get worried, know that this isn't a real cigarette and this isn't even a real baby. But new research shows that gas stoves are just as bad, if not worse, than secondhand smoke. Gas stoves emit benzene, nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide, formaldehyde, and the particulate matter that contributes to smog. What's worse is that gas stoves often emit these gases even when they're turned off. Yeah. What if I told you there was a fancy new futuristic stove that didn't emit any of these toxic gases? What if I told you this future stove also cooked food faster while giving you more precise control over your cooking? And what if I told you this futuristic stove was more energy efficient and was way easier to clean than a gas stove? Well, guess what? This stove of the future, it's already here. May I present Induction. This isn't your grandma's electric stove with the hot coils that take 2 hours to get hot. Au contraire, Induction is an entirely different technology. Induction stoves used to just be for fancy pants people, but in recent years, prices have come down while the technological advancements have gone up, up, up. So how does induction work? In short, magnets.
Magnetic magic.
Okay, yeah. Electricity flows through copper coils underneath an induction stove's glass or ceramic surface. This creates a magnetic field, which then creates a fast-moving electric current in the metal of the pan itself. If we zoom in really, really close on this pan here, we can see the electrons responding to this magnetic field, twirling around in circles and having a sweet dance party. Their movement is why our pan gets hot. As opposed to a gas stove or even an old school electric stove that is just heating up the bottom of your pan, with induction, our entire pan is now the heating element. This means more even cooking temperatures for you. This also means less energy is wasted. On a gas stove, only 40% of the energy produced is transferred to your food. On an induction stove, 90% of the energy is transferred to your food. That is some energetic food. I know it might be hard to believe, but on an induction stove, the cooking surface doesn't get hot. Let me show you. Check this out. Right here we have some boiling water. You see the bubbles and the steam? Cool, it's boiling. Now I'm just gonna move this over here and then I'm gonna put my head right where this was boiling. You see, again, our surface doesn't get hot. Yes, some of the heat from the pan transfers to the surface, but the surface itself isn't the thing that's generating heat like a gas stove or an old school electric stove. Again, we're relying on
Magnetic magic?
Exactly. This is much safer with kids or clumsy grown-ups in the house and leads to a much cooler kitchen. But again, please don't try this at home. It also means cleaning is much easier. Cleaning a gas stove is like chiseling petrified food off a dirty dumpster. Cleaning an induction stove is like wiping a mirror. And if all of that wasn't enough, induction stoves cook faster than gas stoves, which is kind of the whole point of a stove. To prove it, let's have ourselves a little race. Gas stoves versus induction stoves. Who can boil water first? For this race, we will be using this same pot on both stoves. We will fill up this pot with exactly 6 cups of water. We will turn both stoves to their highest setting, and we'll see who can boil water first. I will also be speeding up our video. Okay, on our marks, get set, go!
And we're off. Induction jumps out to a very early lead. Gas stove is very, very far behind. Where do you have bubbles on the induction stove side? Where do you have steam on the induction stove side? Gas stove, nowhere close. Induction stove is really heating up right now. We are close to boiling. Induction stove boiling at 4 minutes, 20 seconds. What an absolute blowout. Gas stove is walking on the other side of the track. In addition to its noxious fumes, it is just very, very slow. It's like a little baby turtle versus Seabiscuit. Induction stove has been done now for 7 minutes. We still don't have full boiling on a gas stove. We finally do. Induction stoves, unequivocally faster than gas stoves.
To close, I want to show you something. See this little guy with the respirator on his face? That was actually me when I was a little kid. I had and still have really severe asthma. I had to use this little machine 3 times a day because quite regularly I couldn't breathe. Well, today, study after study shows that gas stoves are directly linked to childhood asthma. In December 2022, a peer-reviewed study revealed that 12.7% of current childhood asthma cases in the US can be attributed to the use of gas stoves. That's 1 in 8 kids. An earlier study found that having a gas stove in the home can increase the risk of childhood asthma by 42%. Now, not all cases of childhood asthma are from gas stoves. Many cases, like mine, are genetic, but asthma can be triggered by respiratory irritants in the air, and children are especially vulnerable because their lungs and immune system are still developing. So if we can reduce the chances of our kids getting asthma, wouldn't we want to do it? And if we replace our gas stove with an induction stove, we have no emissions. We'll cook our food faster. We'll use less energy. We'll have more precise control, and we'll have an easier time cleaning. It's a win-win. Win-win-win.
Magnetic magic.
Exactly. Induction stoves are magnetic magic. To learn more about induction stoves and how you might be eligible for an $840 discount on one, go to homes.rewiringamerica.org.